Well, a tough first map goes the way of forZe 13-9. The pressure fully on the Movistar Riders as we head to Nuke, and map which forZe are going to be feeling supremely confident on, Dean.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, Movistar do get that start, so hopefully that and they had no team pulled off, and the success we had. What's the early plan here? Looks like, for the moment anyway, forZe just grouped up in the lobby. Early presence down on B itself, I believe that is as well, so they're expecting maybe that push to come down, or perhaps even expect an event drop, and well, it will be down ramp in the end, with no one there initially to try and actually slow that push down. Instead, Davey G needed Adam on the bomb site to help him out. Davey G, though, instantly overrun, leaving Adam in a very difficult spot, which he has done a pretty good job with. 2 kills from that position was damn near impossible, and his teammates are making it work now elsewhere as the USP is starting to clean it up. It's Mopos on the dual Berettas even to get that final kill, long range, I believe. As Movistar, indeed, have now made it 3 for 3 on those pistol rounds.
Well, 3 for 3. They've got to win a map now, surely. The Julies again doing absolute work. forZe once more falling to the CT side defense. I mean, Adam does a fantastic job from behind the silo there. To get 2 kills out of that situation is quite something. Buys just enough time and space, and then with those Julies firing off, you could see the panic start to appear in the T-side's eyes. Had to speed things up, gave away the sound cues. No bomb plant this time though, so down to the full eco. Glocks upon Glocks to try and have some impact. Apparently just flying off of the silo. Result will get one, then falls to his own demise. A little unfortunate there, certainly, but they're trying to just play these headshot angles, and to be fair to them, they're getting a fair few dinks. The MP9s, though, will start to mop things up. And oh my goodness, Xiaofi, I did not see that coming. He's managed to slip the net into the lower site, and he's got a bomb plant. I mean, that's, to be perfectly frank, that is a monstrous win for the T-side. They get a kill, they get a bomb plant off full Glocks. Yeah,
if only they maybe could have even got one more finish in there with the dinks, as you had said, that they kept picking up on the Mopos and on Martinez, then that would have been fantastic damage, but still, a bomb plant that's going to let them come straight onto the rifles with all the utility they could ask for, and just make things difficult here for Movistar early on, who went heavy into that second round there, of course, but they didn't go straight onto M4s. They went for masses and MP9s so that they could get utility as well, which means that firepower-wise now, they are going to be a bit outmatched. Martinez, who straight up wants the up.
I mean, you can't blame him.
No. Likely going to need that range as well to hold outside.
And that's exactly where he looks to take it, into the garage. On the angle. As for the first time, forZe have full rifles, and Crad, well, clearly wanted to work out what was going on towards outside. Wanders straight into the awaiting crosshair. Martinez with a freebie on the open. Exactly what this CT side would have wanted. To be fair, forZe have started slowly on both halves of the last map, but would have been hoping on their map pick to find a little more impact in these opening moments. 4 on 5 to try and knit together with the AWP already rotating down towards the ramp. Martinez making sure that AWP's never going to be in the same place twice. Adam instead to pick up the mantle. Famas in towards Secret, just tipping his head over as the T-side do start to make their walk up. Timing to be played on here. Tanir is watching for this, but Resalt's head shows for a split second. Can't find the connection. Tanir gets the kill. A little early on the push, though, is gokushima. Very nearly caught over the top of the smoke. Tagged down to 45 in the 4 on 4, and well, at this point, with 40 seconds left on the clock and a smoke obscuring their vision, forZe could be in a little bit of trouble here. They are starting to run out of options. They pop the smoke to try and get some info. Instead, Tanir working his way back towards upper. 30 seconds. Xiaofi wants to get the angle, but the movement just betrays him for a split second. And all the while, David G waits. He's watching for this exact play from in the lower site. For now, it's a question of timings as the rest of forZe look to join the charge. Tanir gets the kill, just desperate to have some impact, makes the rotation and finds it. Xiaofi goes down. He buys the 3 on 3 with a single point of health on Tanir. They need some quick kills here, forZe, and that's exactly what they get. Result and gokushima combine. And for Martinez, well, he bought the AWP. He had the immediate impact, but his team have fallen away around him, and there's nothing he can do except look for exits.
Yeah, left saving with not much he can do. Decent start into this round as well, only for it to fall apart. Big individual plays needed from forZe to make that happen, though, of course. So that's going to be something we'll be looking at. Is that going to be consistent now? They did look great once the rifles were in hand back on Ancient. 3 players managed to make it forward, no one hunting the up either. So yeah, 1 on the board for forZe. Movistar, as we had mentioned, had taken some damage in that previous round. Only lost like 1 player, sure, but still the reinvestment that then came back in to get the op onto Martinez, to get the utility onto everyone who had FAMASs on their back already. It cost them too much. It does seem like they want to force around the op, though, understandably. Not amazing, but I mean, it's Nuke, so MP9s, they can find some nice places to still make use of themselves. Close hook, close ramp, close door, even if you want to get aggressive towards the lobby itself. So they definitely could still make this buy work and try and snatch back control early before it gets out of hand.
Here comes the pressure. Martinez on the AW3P through the lobby, rather, but Tanir has found impact elsewhere. Mopos goes down. That was out towards the ramp, just trying to be a little cheeky with it. And oh, Result, that just isn't fair. Big Green is just wall banged out of contention. And at this point, 3v5, a FAMAS and 2 MP9s between forZe and leveling things out, and they just slow it right down. Aware they've got the critical picks. Or a testament as the APOP starts to come in. There is a fast flank from one of these MP9s, but they've lost their sight control. And for davidji and Adam, yeah, that's it. Back away again. forZe just picking off the pieces one by one there. Saw a little bit of proactivity in a couple of spots. Mopos gets caught towards Trophy, and then as Martinez looks to escape, he just gives Result a few too many sound cues. Opens himself up for the punishment. forZe level it out at 2 apiece. And, well, this is more like what we expected from them, right, Dean? Those first couple of rounds looked a little sketchy, but the rifles have come out and they've started to blossom once again.
This is what we were afraid of. And this time, Movistar didn't get that 4-0 start to prop themselves up with like they did on both halves of the previous map. So it puts them in a scarier place, especially as they're not getting any damage done now in these rounds either. This is going to be 4 players surviving. I was saying 5. Result, unfortunately, didn't quite make it far enough. Another few feet, maybe. Either way, still 4 players left standing. It will actually be an eco this time for Movistar as well. Just the 2 MP9s that were saved over are going to be in play, maybe a couple pistols. And forZe shouldn't have too much trouble taking the 3 rounds to 2 to get themselves up into the lead here in the early stages on this T side. And if they can keep this grind up and even just bring it towards 6, maybe even 7 rounds on that T side, they'll be in a great position.
Even more concerning, perhaps, the fact that they're starting to build up a bit of bank behind themselves here. Need some damage out of these MP9s. Just something to keep this T side from completely spiraling out of control. Adam, I don't think he has any idea where this could be. Result is going to get picked off through the smoke. Tanir at least there for the trade. Needs to try and find the follow-up, and Tanir gets his man. Adam didn't overextend in the meanwhile, so Crad hasn't got his free kill that he was perhaps hoping for. But it's a good little bit of damage to start things off. We spoke about needing to get something out of these pistols, out of this MP9, and they found an early kill. Now as they start to push out, Mopos in a great position to find perhaps a couple of dinks and look to punish. That's exactly what he does. Shalfie, his attention turned for a second, gets some damage done. Adam able to convert and find the kill, so at least a few kills found. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Movistar Riders. They will be buying into this round regardless. They could throw the kitchen sink at that one. They take 3 rifles away, and that means the reinvestment, Tanir, Result, even Shalfie to a certain extent, is somewhat significant. Need to keep forZe in check, and that's exactly what they do. This round, though, absolutely crucial.
Yeah, if this one goes south there in big trouble. forZe already building up a good T side, so Movistar will be looking to turn it around here and now. It looks like the vent drop is going to come in. There's already a drop in towards main as well that Adam manages to deal with. Somehow Crad doesn't get that kill. It looked like it should have been a pretty straightforward trade. Instead, it's a 5-on-3 in favor of Movistar. Easily the best position they've had, but they've still got to get down towards that B site for a retake. And a kill or two could very quickly shut them out.
It's a big call to make. They'll want to give it a go, and they found an early pick. Martinez gets result. Tanir is now in an absolutely horrendous spot. He's going to have to be super cheeky and hope to play the timings. Gokushima misses one. Tanir does manage to find his mark. There's low HP bars all over the shop now as Gokushima has managed to leg up davidji, who's just trying to escape. He draws Tanir into his teammate's fight, and Gokushima can't hit the shot. Oh no, there's no kit, Dean. They managed the retake and there's not a kit to get it done with. That is disastrous. I was just starting to build up Movistar Riders' successes. Instead, they all go down to the bomb. There's nowhere left to hide on this new and improved Nuke. And forZe, courtesy of nothing but the clock, managed to convert a 3v5, taking everyone to the grave with them.
Damn. That was one way to do it. A 5-on-3 to kick that retake off as well. And they were in positions pretty quickly after the bomb went down. It's not like they took forever rotating around and such. It's just the actual fights themselves were so prolonged. Somehow forZe made it work and dragged out the time. Not a single player surviving, so a bit of a dent definitely put into that economy that had been beginning to build, but it doesn't matter too much. They still have a bit left over. They have Movistar again looking at another eco, some pistols and Kevlar at most, since they do have full loss bonus. So I'd imagine it won't be the full eco quite, but there's no rifles in play likely. Meaning forZe are on track for a 5-2 scoreline. That's a scary position for Movistar to be in. Again, on a map where they should have fared better, Ancient. They got a 4-0 start on both halves and still couldn't keep it together to get that victory. Only a single gun round, I think, sandwiched in there.
Yeah, we need something a little special here from Movi. Someone's got to stand up and be counted. So at the moment, Tanir is starting to fly where Result did on the previous map, and it's just not looking to end well.
Tanir was pretty nasty on Ancient as well. Let's not count him out. He had like 20 at the end, I think. Only 6 or so kills behind Result. Especially that second half. That's when he woke up, when Result went a little bit quieter.
Outside execute to come through. We're going to keep these pistols and SMGs at bay. Xiaofi drops down. There is a lot of presence here that Xiaofi is trying to hunt away, and well, it's going to work out beautifully for Movistar. They've got the stack in place. They get all the kills. And there is rifles left, right, and center to be recovered. Result left. 1v3. He's got multiple bodies looking the wrong way, but he can't capitalize. Can't hit his shot. Adam is there with the punishment. And well, I said we needed something magical, Dean. A collapse on the outside aggression gets Movistar a third. They had no business winning. And it's a pretty harsh reset on the economy of forZe too.
Alright, that was one way to get it done. Get a pause. I'm not sure if this is a tactical, though. I think this might be more of a technical. We didn't get the regular pop-up at the top, so hopefully no big issues, other than the fact that forZe don't quite have enough for the investment, actually. We might see them going pistols and Kevlar just to maybe see if they can steal something away with the weaker weapons, but then also get a really good buy in this next round. Yeah, I think that's the way they're going to go.
Feels like a sensible decision. We saw them, especially in the second half of Ancient, get drawn into a bit of a force by war, right? That very nearly derailed their whole hopes. So just slowing this one down. Crad goes for a bit of a hero rifle. Still 1200 in the back pocket, though. Would expect to find a couple of kills with this, get some impact, build that cash back up. Handful of techs and a deagle in support of it. Outside smokes to start things off to give them that early control towards Secret, but that is so well timed by Martinez. Manages to pick off Crad. Rifle will be recovered, but the man advantage is now there for the CT side, who do need to hurry their rotation onto this lower site ever so slightly because they're very late getting there. Adam does well to even get one dropping down the vent, traded immediately by Xiaofi. And davidji is still the sole defender on this lower site. Still, this CT side are not sure whether they want to commit or not, so that will allow the bomb transfer. Should allow the plant as well, as Just tries to press the issue, and from on high he gets two. Doesn't deny the bomb plant. Gokushima looking for damage, but it's nothing doing. AK with not as much impact as I think that T side would have liked. They get the bomb down though, so that should finance their next round. Movistar Riders starting to find their feet again on the CT side of Nuke.
And they're pulling these rounds together pretty cleanly as well, which is important. We didn't see anything like that on Ancient when it came to gun rounds anyway. No op either for forZe this time around. Not necessary, I suppose, really, as much on the T side of Nuke as it would be on some other maps, but still. Goku definitely does seem to favour heavily towards the op whenever he can afford it. And like, having that outside control.
2 and 5, Shalfie 2 and 7, struggling for impact, but as you said again, it's this fast outside play. HE to try and blow the smoke. Mopos drops down lower. Crad has already made his way through here. But Martinez again finding impact towards outside. This time Shalfie at least there for the trade, but as it goes back and forth, it's the CT side continuing to find impact. Shalfie's managed to thread the needle towards CT spawn, but you can see Adam's aware of the possibility, not overextending. Just holding in and around hell, buying time for this flank from Mopos, which could well decide things. Crad not quite ready for the angle. CT side coming right back into this. It's turning into an absolute slugfest of a half. Gokushima and Shalfie, who've had very tough starts to this map to try and get something done here. Shalfie can't find his shot. Gokushima at least able to trade it. But a 1v3 without his favoured big green and with a man already in the lower site ready and waiting for him in David G, you've got to imagine this is going to be impossible. He doesn't clear the initial angle, but hits a lightning shot before he's traded down by Mopos before I get too excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, 2 players left standing. Not where you want to be if you're trying to really build an economy, but trying to build up some rounds, then Movistar definitely doing a good job at that. 5-2, pistols again. This time, hopefully, they'll be able to keep an extra couple players alive. Actually build on top of that economy. A lot of utility though for forZe, so I think they have an execute in mind towards this A-bomb site, it looks like.
Resort's trying to get down that vent early, but he's been spammed and burnt out by Adam. Nothing he can do. A couple of players were thinking about popping this A site, but they've actually just cancelled it. forZe, I don't know, looking a little blunt here. Movistar Riders CT side has found its feet again, and for now at least, the young in-game leader Shalfie doesn't seem to quite have the response. Pistols looking for impact. Crad draws the crosshairs at the very least, but Adam is there on the rotation to help him out, and it's a flawless round from Movi, just what the doctor ordered. 2 left in the CT side, and their half is looking fantastic thus far.
Yeah, this came out of nowhere as well. As we had said on Ancient, there was just absolutely no success on these gun rounds, and here Movistar came alive, and what was pistols and Kevlar and a couple of players managed to steal that one away, and now are not looking back at all. They can end this half A4. They'll be in a tremendous position to still try and take this to a 3-map series, and Anubis, as we said, is a bit more of a middle ground for both teams.
Oh, I love this call. So proactive. Mopos up to Africa. Crad's aware of the possibility, but he can't do anything about the man there, and Adam is there to back his teammate up. Beautifully executed. 3 on 5 bought, make it 2 as Davaji's Flames claim 1, 2, nearly 3, and indeed mopped up by the Movistar Riders, and a forZe side that is normally so proficient T-half and Nuke has just lost its way all off the back of, as you said, that one round. The half buy with pistols and MP9s that Movi managed to steal away towards outside. And forZe just haven't had a response since. They've not even called a timeout. It's just slipped away from them slowly but surely.
That's not a good buy. Galils and a Mac 10. They're struggling even with the AKs in play, obviously. They had to go for it. It would have been the last round and a half, but still. Looks like right now Movistar are on track for that A4 half, which I did not expect at all once we had that 4-2 score going. They might actually do some decent damage. Yeah, a little bit onto Nair, down to 59. He's been the most impactful player for forZe, so it's definitely handy to negate his impact a little bit. Result, there we go. Catches Adam, I believe, over towards the door.
Needed that.
They have a ton of time as well, so they don't need to press the issue too much. It's going to be Movistar who feel that pressure a little bit.
Just slow it down. They've still got utility as well. There's still very definitely options for an execute. 53 seconds on the clock, though. You get the feeling, again, they're waiting for Movi to show their hand, and the CT side at the moment are happy just to brawl it out. Mopos and Just with an off-angle crossfire. Davaji up towards Heaven as well. They've got a feeling here that it is going to be the upper site, and Mopos plays the Pika's advantage to a T. Molotov goes down. That'll flush Tanir into the open. With the flames at his feet, Mopos finally goes down, but he's bought his team a 3-on-3 with a health advantage at that. And with 20 seconds on the clock, they are so well placed to deal with this hit. 2 players inside of the site, 1 on the fast flank. The only solution here is if they drop this down lower, and that's exactly the call that's made. The HEs go in, the lower site is taken, and that will give forZe an opportunity here. 8 seconds, though. They've got to get this bomb down immediately, and they know it. If the CTs can press, then maybe it's a different picture. Instead, it is the 3-on-3. Martinez left side. His teammates looking to flank through Secret, but they're a long way away yet, and gokushima has finally got revenge on his opposition, Orpa. Buys his team the 2-on-3. They're going to give this a go, Movi. They've got no choice. It's the last of the half, but they're pincered in towards Secret. 2 T-side players ready and waiting, should surely be traded cleanly. It's a little sketchy for Crad, and it gives a 1v1 away to Just. But is there enough time? I don't think there is. gokushima will find the conversion. It's 7-3 as we head to the halftime.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
A tough first half of Nuke for forZe. A few rifle rounds splattered in there, but nothing of consistency. Arguably saved by the last of the first half, as they head onto their CT side, looking to right the wrongs on their map pick. Movi, well, they want to keep this pace high. They know they've got the advantage right now. Gokushima doing what he can to trade the initial death. Finds one, but he will concede control down towards the ramp room. And as they fly in, Crad up close and personal. Nothing he can do. Man advantage found. And with Gokushima dinked up as well, this is going from bad to worse for forZe. Couple of very quick kills needed to make something of this one, and they're not getting them. Mopoz deals with Gokushima. This is going to be 4 pistols from 4, surely. Shalfi's got nothing to say. It'll be 8 on the board for the Movistar Riders. 4 from 4, clean conversion of pistols. And will forZe need that third map of Anubis to fight for? It felt like it was a done deal after Ancient, but Movistar Riders are looking to change the storyline here. Even hunting down this last kill. Shalfi will find it. Make sure he stays alive. I mean, he's got armor, but it will mean with that tick of damage that he has to buy the full 1,000 if he wants to get Kevlar and the helmet. Got to imagine forZe will eco again, but then 9 on the board for Movi before the rifles can come out. And no, they're going to buy. They feel the pressure. The force is coming. We saw Movi pull off one miracle on the force buy of their own. Can forZe replicate the antics on their map pick? 257's a deagle. Shalfi, the only man to really have anything in his FAMAS, as Gokushima again goes to the scout. Struggled with it on Ancient. And with all that utility available for the T side, they just start to execute out early. Adam takes the control towards outside. Nade to pop the smoke. It spots him for a split second, but he swings back in. And the FAMAS is removed before it can say a damn thing. Man advantage found for the T side, and you can see they just have to slow it down off the back of that. Second batch of smokes is in. The pressure is on. Gokushima's trying to keep an eye on outside, but he's flashed off repeatedly. He's managed to find one, and with the pistols in place, he grabs a second clean headshot. And out of absolutely nothing, Gokushima and Result have dragged their team back into it. 2 for the scout, 1 for the 5-7. The man advantage found, but the firepower is still firmly in the favor of this T side for now. Gokushima still trying to have impact. Tags up Adam, but he can't find the conversion. And with Mopoz dealing with Tanir, it is all on Crad. His position for now unknown, but he's not got the right bit of kit for this. Needs a clean headshot on Mopoz, and he can't quite find it. Missed. Awkward. Kills, but not quite the round they so desperately needed. Mopoz and the Movistar Riders have 9, and the economy from forZe buckles again.
Yeah, if he had a rifle there, he gets that first spray down probably, and it's an easy transfer onto the low health of Adam. Fortunately, the Deagle just isn't really the weapon he wanted in that position. 9-5-4 has put up a good fight there, nearly managed to swing the round back in their favor towards the middle of it. Unfortunately, just weren't able to get it over the finish line. And now are left on an eco, likely to concede a 10th round over the Movistar, meaning once the guns come out, they're going to need to be pretty much flawless moving forward. That is not going to be an easy task. Go side control, taken by just Adam for the moment. He charges up. Will be peeked up closer as well. A little bit of a bait and switch for Shalfi's Deagle to try and snatch a kill. No chances yet being taken. And, well, in the meantime, a kill had actually come in with Tanir getting taken down. So I think that was a bit of an opening towards ramp if they do want to move in that direction. No, sorry, it was on towards A. They are favouring ramp though with a couple players ready to probe.
Yeah, it's just about chipping away, isn't it? Not giving these pistols too much to work with. Saw from Result and Gokushima what they can do with limited firepower force. Definitely a ton of potential. But if you can dodge it entirely, then it's no problem at all. Adam deals with Shalfi. Gokushima a split second late on that swing. And at this point, a USP and a P250. I mean, Result does very well to get one, but he's quickly traded away. And for Crad, I mean, he might be able to deny bomb plant here. It's an awkward one. He does get a kill at least. So a couple of kills found from the pistols. About all you could realistically ask for if you're forZe. The problem is, as you said, that's double digits for the Movistar Riders. The rifles will come out for forZe, but it's got to be flawless now. They've not left themselves any breathing room in this one.
It's now or never for forZe. Gokushima on that up needs to step up. We can do a result as well, finding some form like he had on that previous map. Sorry, dog was getting a little bit loud in the background there.
Again, Movi just waiting out the initial play. Now they look to pop it into the upper site. Well-placed molly from Result buys time. Chip damage onto Just, but nothing converted yet, and they still want to go out of this. Result ready and waiting, though. Top of the silo. Helps himself to 2. Mopoz does find a trade, and the response is almost immediate. Down towards ramp room to try and pile the pressure on the AWP of Gokushima, who has fallen off. A minute left as he plays from inside of the site. Nice flick for 1. Needs more than that. No scope won't connect, and now he's in trouble. Just trying to dance around these angles, buy as much time as he can. He's managed to leg up Martinez, who on low HP is looking for the escape. The jump shot doesn't quite connect. But Martinez, single digits, nothing he can do. Gokushima finds the conversion. 6 for forZe. 3 players kept up will allow their economy to keep building, but the buy is going to come in surely immediately here for Movistar. A relatively clean start. I mean, Martinez is struggling with the AWPs he's been buying. Adam the same, but they'll be able to skim something together as they look for an immediate response to forZe's CT side success.
Yeah. I mean, it's a rough one. You get the hero AK onto Martinez, of course, but I don't think it's... I was going to say, I don't think it's worth investing fully onto everyone else. They could just keep the pressure on, but they're going to go for it. It's risky. I mean, if it doesn't work, you're giving up an 8th round, most likely, as they have the eco then in the next one. Then suddenly one more gun round could put forZe pretty much neck and neck with Movistar. So definitely, as I said, a bit of a risky one. But there's 2 AKs, a Galil, a Mac 10, and there should be another SMG from Mopoz. Yeah, he has a Mac 10 as well. So it's not terrible. Let's see what they've got for us.
Yeah, if they can get it done, the economy for forZe is firmly in the bucket. It would be enough just to tip the whole thing in the favour of Movi, get the job done, force us to that 3rd map of Anubis. It's not a done affair, though. As you said, couple of sacrifices, Mac 10s on Mopoz and David G to try and lead the charge. It's again a heavy presence towards lobby to start things off. Not really interested in outside, not really interested in the ramp either. They're setting up for this pop once again. Molotov goes out. This time there isn't a molly for Tanir up on top of the silo to respond with, so they're just going to have to hold. And here they come. Adam looking for the initial shot. The flashbang is inch perfect. Result does what he can, but it's a 1-for-1 and nothing more in the trades. They just keep on coming. Krat through the smoke, in amongst the chaos, gets 2. And buys a lifeline. David G on that Mac 10 to be put down by Gokushima. And forZe survive to fight another day. It is right down to the wire. Just about saved. That's about all you can say at this point. It was a tough one. Crowd through the smoke to buy a double to keep his team's hopes alive, but they've bought the opportunity. The eco to follow. 10-8, just 2 rounds in it now. These rifles are starting to work for forZe.
I mean, that round was still a little bit too close to my liking. Only a couple players surviving. If some damage gets done here, if these pistols can find a few kills from Movistar, and they could still come back alive in this next gun round. Very quickly forget about these last few rounds. But let's see, it's out the door that we're going to see the push from Movistar. Nated the smoke, so there was some vision for Tanir, and with the help of Shelfie, they've shut that down with no one at all being allowed out of the door. Adam and Just left alone. Adam admiring the roof. We go eventually taken down through the smoke. Was he timed though? I'm not too sure what was going on there.
It just looked a bit sketchy, didn't it?
Yeah. Hopefully there's no issues right now. So we can get right into the gun round. Yeah, he's buying up, so he's not AFK anyway. I'm not too sure what was going on there. Either way, 2 rounds in the difference. forZe, they've closed it in once again, but we've seen them a couple times here now on Nuke when it looks like they're finally getting their feet on the ground, just kind of let things slip away. So this is a must-win round.
Critical, as you said, to keep forZe's hopes of a 2-0 alive. Gokushima wants to go down the vents early, responding to the outside control. First time in a while we've seen Movi try it. And they have got it relatively freely. Where Movi contested this on their CT side, you've seen forZe relatively happy to let it be conceded. Gokushima, this is a tough angle. Frequently pre-fired. You've got to imagine davidji will just go wide, draw the shot. There it is. Gokushima tagged down. He's going to be chased. Hides in the vent to try and buy some space. It's not to be. Adam gets the kill, 4 on 5, and they are charging into this lower site. CTs with next to no presence here to do a thing. The spray down from Shalfie is good. And it may just tempt his teammates to give this one a crack, 3 on 3. CT's continuing to charge in, but it leaves them very vulnerable. Result deals with the lurk on the upper site. Martinez finds the response though, and 2 on 2, they're going to charge the bomb planter. Martinez not covering davidji as he looks to get it down. Presumed it would be safe. Instead, it is at his demise. And Martinez is left. A 1v2 to try and stitch together. The bomb down in the middle of that lower site. Result ready and waiting for this peak, but we know how this game can be. The advantage can be huge not to be. Result gets his man. forZe drag it ever closer. The economy teeters on a half buy for the Movistar Riders. But forZe just keep finding ways to win these rounds, Dean. It's not pretty, it's not clever, but they're getting it done.
Yeah, it still leaves me worried that they could eventually drop this one round. That'll leave them shattered, especially again, as we say, the economy isn't being given much of a chance to build. At least not in the case of everyone. Few of them do have enough in the reserve for a full investment, and well, considering now they're up against Tech 9s and body armor mostly across the board, they should again have a chance here to build something. As they're on track to tie us up at 10-10. Oh, flashes. Tanir cannot get into cover at all with those mollies right beside him. I don't know how the hell he hangs on and gets a kill out of that, but he made it work to keep his team in this round and ensure that the pistols were not going to overrun that A-bomb site. As Shalfie and Krad finish it off. Gokushima bouncing around in lobby, having a little bit of fun with the movement.
Again, it's not pretty, is it? That was a very well-played pop into the upper site from Movi. They've tried a few of those. They've had limited success. This one very nearly worked. Tanir does well to just hold his spray while half blind. Does enough to get a 1-for-1. Buys time for the support. And then a couple of critical fights go the way of forZe to keep them in this at 10-all. But the rifles are out for Movi again. And every time they've had these rifles, it's been hard fought. Every time it's been close. Can they get that little extra, that 5% more to get one over the line? Early smokes to outside. HE will do good work, chipping away at Adam. Doesn't quite pop the smoke. And this time, it's a little bit of a ruse. There is some presence towards the ramp. I thought they were going to press it further. Krad's just dropped the molly and ran, completely leaving the ramp room. Will force Gokushima into a position to rotate, and this rotation timing could be everything here. They're looking to press it, the T side. Gokushima's got to drop, no choice. Ramp room taken fully by the T side. The Molotov to ward off any hell presence, and they're just hoping to toy with the rotations of the CTs now. Doubling back, they leave Mopos to catch anyone trying to be cheeky back to backstab the T side. And instead, they group back in towards the lobby. Reset. 40 seconds on the clock, bleeding that CT utility damn near dry. There is one molly remaining on Result, and that's gone down now. No more choices. Tanir has to drop. The flames at his feet. He's exposed, and he knows it does well. His teammates helping him out as davidji kills his own. Shalfie, meanwhile, manages to find Mopos in towards the ramp room. And with Krad having davidji trapped, it should have been a done deal, but davidji somehow comes out on top to keep his team alive 2 on 3. Gokushima is flanking them out all the while, and, well, he's not even needed. Result gets his kill, Shalfie from on high, and forZe continue to scrap their way through. The lead is theirs once again. 11-10, the economy half by maybe force possible for Movistar Riders, but we are getting down to the critical moments now.
Yeah, and it feels like they're starting to find control a little bit more firmly as well. They locked down that door push right there. Even Movistar to use what is only their second tactical pause. Okay, surprising. Surprised we hadn't seen more than only one before. They are left going for a force buy here. They don't want to play for an overtime. Galil's pretty much everywhere. Davy G can maybe go straight onto the AK, so they have one at least, but that's it. If they lose this one, if they don't get a bomb plant, then they'll be on a very similar investment in the next round, trying to keep themselves alive. Is that a good idea? You know, when you inspect your Molotov to shake it? So like a drink you've taken out of the fridge?
Yeah. This is a tough round now. Movistar, they've had their chances, they've had their advantages to put to bed, and forZe have just clung on in there. Found their feet once more. And the pressure firmly back on this T side as they look to take initial control towards outside. Heavy push coming in. Nothing seen so far by Shalfie though, and that may start to draw the crosshairs away. Second nade into the smoke, but Davichi is so ready for it too. Before the trades come in, Tanir doing what he can to keep his team alive in this. Has found one onto Mopos, but it's still 3-on-2 for the Movistar Riders. And with both CTs in towards the lower site at the moment, this T side is well placed to draw things out at 11 apiece. If Tanir goes too far into this, Adam is on an off angle, ready and waiting. Tanir's thinking about the possibility, and all the low HP of Adam is his undoing. Good damage, but Tanir gets the kill. Buys the 2-on-2. Crad continues to lurk, this time all the way through into lobby. That bomb is looking to go through Mini. The timing on this could be everything. Just working his way out of heaven. And oh, the timing is so bad for Crad. He almost had the lineup. Instead, Tanir, tagged up in the earlier engagement, is left 1v2, make it none. Just taps him away. Movi finally strike back on the T side, and what a moment to do it.
Just as it all looked out of reach. And well, considering the damage that had been consistently done, there's only the one full gun round really in the reserve for forZe. So if they lose this, then they're not in a great position to fight for an overtime. So both teams right now have got to put everything on the line in this round. This is do or die for both.
6 CT rounds on the trot before Movistar Riders could find the response, and what a way to find it. They fake the outside presence this time, knowing that they've conditioned forZe by repeatedly abusing this portion of the map. Adam threads the needle, works his way into lower, but at the moment that all seems to be a ruse. The bomb in towards the squeaky door has options either way, can go up, can go down. But a pop into that upper site feels incredibly viable right now, where previously the CTs have had 3 there. It's only Result with Tanir back site to try and hold it. It's a game of timings. Who falls first? Result on the angle. A minute still on the clock. Mopos with that bomb still at the squeaky door. Waiting for this smoke to fade. Waiting for his opportunity. Mopos ready and waiting for it, but Result gets the better of one. Davichi knows he's got to try and find the response. Drops down, bomb in hand to the lower side, but there's Crad inside the vents. Ready and waiting. Just needs to tip the scales back in Movi's favour, and he's found one. Bomb still in that lower site though, as Shalfie tapping away finds yet more. 2-on-4. Adam fires off a loose shot. Position given up. Crad knows he's in trouble. Got to hold 2 angles at once. It's just not to be. Bomb recovered. 3-on-2. CT side are well placed. Gokushima is here, but he misses the critical shot. Position given up. Bomb plant to go down. It will go down, and that will give the economy to the T side to go again if they need to. Now they flash open the door. Shalfie swings wide, and it is well retaken by forZe. Very nearly got sketchy for them there. The bomb plant was conceded from a wayward shot off Gokushima. But the round is forZe's. The bomb plant will give Movi one chance at the OT, and it'll be a good one. They'll have good money, good firepower. One shot at this to stop forZe taking it clean 2-0 and to force us to OT.
Yeah, it's doable, but again, in the gun rounds here, it seems like forZe have had the upper hand. Slightly, definitely not as drastically as it was on Ancient, where we see, I think, a single gun round being won by Movistar. Still, forZe again have snatched back control with that previous round win and taken away what was some hope for Movistar. Quick outside control, though, as they put the deeper smokes down to get towards the garage control.
Gokushima's got no idea here. He's thinking about it. It's possible, but he's not aware. Adam should have a free kill. He's worked himself into a fantastic position, and the rest of the team are following him. Gokushima is going to have lightning fast reactions here, or is he? Adam, no idea on that position. Orpa gets a freebie. Drops all the utility in the world to try and buy a bit of space. Flashes out. I mean, he's completely stuck here. But if he can get even one more kill, that would be everything. Mopos has got a backstab. Krad trying to support his Orpa goes down. And this goes from bad to worse. Oh, needs the shot and lands it. Gokushima will be traded out by davidji. 3-on-3. It was never going to be easy for either of these lineups. Result is in the lower sight, though. And he's ready for it. Fired out by davidji. The Molotov goes, chips away at him. Result does well to get one. Trade again is instant. It's Tanir and Shalfi to prevent this one from going to OT. Tanir wants to contest this. He's thinking about it on the edge of the smoke, but instead he'll wait. Shalfi down low. As everything just slows to a crawl. Tanir, his position is known, I think, by the door opening. So Mopos goes for the backstab. davidji works his way into decon. They've got the site, but all the while they're being flanked out from behind, and there is no smoke for this bomb. The CTs have got to take these fights, and Mopos has got the backstab clean. Retreats away. Shalfi is left in the 1v2. He's not got the health. He needs a smoke. He needs something to get himself into this one, and he's just not got it. Can't even tap the bomb. The time is so damn low. He gets one. But davidji will just hide away, gets the critical kill, and we will need overtime to separate these two rosters.
Yeah, I'm totally down for it, because now we don't have the economy being an issue on either of these sides. They can just buy in and play some CS. So let's see who can get the edge now. Very, very close on that previous round. The back and forth, as you said.
Yeah.
Opened up the single door and didn't realize he probably could have pushed through and actually stopped that bomb plant there, because the other player was up and towards the window room. But that was just the gamble that Movistar took as they were getting that bomb down, and it paid off in the long run because it allowed for that flank to come in.
It has been sketchy. That's the thought for me, is that all of forZe's CT rounds have felt a little sketchy at the death here. Movi seem aware of it. Adam has taken a dink early on this occasion. But they're continuing to try and abuse the outside control. davidji has just slipped the net a little bit here through the smokes. I don't think he's going to be expected. Shalfi is not looking for this whatsoever. It's a free kill. It will be traded by Krad up towards Aircon. But it's a free opening, and those are the kind of openings that a T-side will take. 4v4 on Nuke. It starts to open gaps in the defense. You can see Gokushima down low. Forces Krad to rotate in now to take up Hell. And leaves just a couple of isolated bodies on the upper site, rather, if the push starts to come in. For now, though, Mopos just play on the minds of forZe. Slow it right down. They're just going to try and sneak out. The timing's awkward, and Resol goes down for it. Tanir trying to trade, can't get anything done. That was the critical kill. If Resol gets one there, then this is very viable. Instead, it feels surely impossible in the 2-on-3. Gokushima's got to try and make his way up and out of the vents, which is never an easy feat. And with a man tucked deep squeaky, it's just who gets the kill. The round is Movistar Riders. Their T-side starts the right way.
This is rough now for forZe. This CT side, I don't know, it just hasn't been coming together for them. You haven't got the individual kind of star right now, like we did on the previous map for forZe either. We had Result playing insane and Tanir also having a really good performance. Everyone's kind of on par at the moment, but it feels like you need that extra push. And we're seeing that from Mopos at the moment on Movistar. And Adam, he's been playing pretty well. Davy G has had some pretty good moments too.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened. Tanir's quiet, Resalt's quiet. The others have admittedly stepped up into the gaps, but without that star power, forZe have just looked a little blunt, a little scrappy. Shalfi, relatively new to this in-game leading malarkey, as Just takes a dink to the head from Mopos, not ideal. Can he find a way to call his team out of trouble here? Again, deep outside smokes to pile the pressure on. Gokushima wants to blow them up. Nothing seen though. And we'll be forced to think about retreating out of this one again. Good opening control from Adam and the Movistar Riders. As the rest of the team just start to plan out a pop, and it is going to be straight into this upper site again. Utility goes out. Or is this just a lure to try and draw out some more of those CT nades? Couple of mollies. Now they go off the flashbang. Smoke goes in. Result does manage to get one from top of hut this time, and he's got support. Tanir is there. They're playing the edges of the smokes, but it's leaving them vulnerable, the Movistar Riders. Mopos trying to bring his team back into this 2-on-3. Gets one. And they retreat out immediately. The CTs are very committed to this upper site. The timings of these fights will be everything. David G tries to drop the bomb. Mopos goes down to Crad. Well timed by the CT defense to make his way into hell just in time to catch the rotation. And for David G, with 40 seconds off on the clock, an impossible 1v3 surely to knit together. Needs to isolate an early fight, and Shalfi has gone very deep in towards lobby. Playing really back at this angle. David G will look to clear it though, and a clean headshot opens up the opportunity. Upper site is vulnerable. Plant goes down immediately. Crad has been heard making his way into heaven, so that position's now known. And that allows David G to sneak away. Retreat into the relative safety of lobby. Result has got to make his way up onto this site now, and he does so, but David G is threading the needle. Smoke on the bomb. Result wants it. Crad, awkward spray down. Result going for the stick. The nade will blow the smoke wide open, and David G finds the 1v3. A huge clutch to keep Movistar Riders' hopes of a third map in it.
Perfect nade as well to get that vision just at the last second as that defuse was coming in. Okay, I mean, I don't even know what to say other than well done to Davi G. But forZe are going to be absolutely kicking themselves that they have let that round slip away. They should have it tied up right now. They could be potentially on track to still winning out this half, potentially. Instead, they're fighting to try and salvage a single round so that they can actually try and at least still have a chance of winning in this overtime rather than fighting for a second. It is not a good spot to be in. I like this outside aggression that we're seeing right now from forZe, though. Let's see. Davi G rather once again is ready for it, though. A little bit of assistance as the flash goes out. Wanted to peek up close. There is still aggression, but it's not as close as we saw before. Instead, both players around the red box, and they are overrun. Just, I think, caught one through the smoke, and then, of course, the up-close push. A very easy second frag. Not sure where Tanir just died. I think that was back towards Mayan, maybe?
Mini. I think he's gone down trying to swing Mini to help. It's gone from bad to worse. Result is now stuck Mini. With no idea where to look. You can see he's checking every possible angle. Gokushima's got one, but he's lost his teammate. And now the Orpa is in a world of pain, a world of suffering, trying to dream this 1v3 together, and it's only the one. David G makes it a flawless half for the Movistar Riders. forZe in need of a miraculous T-side if they are to keep their hopes of a 2-0 alive.
Yeah, 3 in a row. Doable, but not going to be an easy task. It looks like Movistar have come alive here and very, very much so want to give us an Anubis decider. Which I would not say no to. I don't get to cover a lot of Anubis. I don't know about you.
I've seen a decent chunk of it. Question is, can forZe find their feet again? Because at the moment, the momentum is fully with the Movistar Riders if we go to that third map. And look what they want. They want to make this happen quickly. Fast-paced aggression towards outside. We've seen Mopos get a lot done from this angle. Martinez out towards the red box as well is well placed. The flashes are good, but not quite good enough. Crad does his job. Adam from top of Garage manages to find 2 kills. The USP gets him a second before he goes down and just wants to press the issue further. That might have been a bit too much. Martinez wants to go back for more. He doesn't even need to. davidG just feeling it, goes for his man and gets him. But it is Martinez in the 1v2. Another scrappy round that forZe are trying to put together. Just brawling towards outside. And as they head back to lobby, they are wandering into Martinez's domain here. Still on that AWP, tagged down to 39. And as he starts to work his way into Squeaky, he's got a nice angle to work with here. Result on Tanir will clear the site. The utility going out will give the game away. Plant comes in, and Martinez, what have you got for us? Molotov to flush out one of these angles potentially. AWP in hand. Smoke gives away the position. Tanir just walks into the shot. And Martinez gets his chance. 1v1, Result. A complete unknown at this point. Sets himself up. Off angle. He's going to have to flick for it. If Martinez clears this properly, it's a job well done, but it's Result's headshot instead. To the last man it takes them, but forZe get it done. 1 out of 3. 2 more required.
I was believing right there, though, as you said, he needed the flick over on the rifle. Martinez was checking the corner as well, just wasn't quite quick enough. 2 rounds to go to get it into the overtime. Very, very doable, and well, a lot of the money here, at least on the off, has been spent on Martinez, so he'd have to get that dropped in the next round if they do end up losing this one. That was weird. They got caught on the top of the ladder towards heaven or something. I don't know what was going on either way. It doesn't affect them, thankfully, as there's no quick A play coming in. Martinez, what a shot! What the hell? He cut the head over the top of the box as he was jumping there, right? With smoke in the way, so he didn't even have the vision for the full time. That was crazy.
We spoke about heroes. Martinez is one of them. Huge opening kill to find. Crad plucked out of the round, and it leaves Shalfie isolated towards outside as well. How do forZe put this one back together? Adam's still in secret. Shalfie's watching for it. If he overextends, he will be punished. Game of chicken. Adam is toying with it. But for now, he doesn't bite. Rest of this T side want to put some pressure towards ramp. Want to draw out this fight, but the critical shot is missed. Shalfie doesn't find his man. And now towards the ramp room, Martinez going to be put under some pressure. Tag down. Has to drop lower. Drops all the way down, and the rest of the T side want to go the other way, but it's another scrappy fight. 2 on 3. Shalfie still alive in towards the lobby. Mopoz should be spotted there. There's an inch of barrel, but I don't think Gokushima can see it. And that may well be Mopoz's and the Movistar Riders' saving grace. That's a clean wallbang if they can get it. For now, though, he stays alive. Shalfie works his way out onto the upper site. He wants this fight early. Mopoz is there. There's one. The spray down connects onto both. Adam tries to jump out of the vent and be a hero. It's not to be. And it's Martinez again. Another 1v2. The position's so similar to previous. Shalfie doesn't know where to look. Martinez tries to just slip through the gaps, but it's not to be. 2/3 of the way there for forZe. It is scrappy every damn time, but somehow, some way, they are finding their fight, and they are finding their way back into these critical rounds.
Yeah, somehow. Looked like things were going to get dangerous there a minute ago, but it keeps ending up with Martinez left alone in these clutches on the up, unfortunately for him. A lot of tall orders being sent his way, and 1-on-2s, 1-on-3s that are required. Slower default being played out, it looks like, by forZe here. Knowing that there will be some weaknesses, as I said, Martinez, if you want the up again, it would have to be dropped, and that's exactly what happened. But it's left AVG on an MP9 with limited utility across the board as Crad is creeping in towards main. No, he turns back around and actually catches the kill in towards Garage instead.
That's a cheeky little play, that. Create a wall of smokes that he can sort of work around. Finds a gap, finds an edge. Mopoz knows he has to respond. He's aggressive all the way through Squeaky Door. Nobody expecting this. Free kill for Mopoz. Result at least there for the trade. Keeps his team in the ascendancy for now. 3 on 4 for the Movistar Riders. Second batch of smokes go down to try and buy themselves a little bit of space. Crad had temporarily worked his way down secret, but he's looking to come back up now, and Martinez is in a good position to deal with this. Resalt and Shalfie are going to wait on the fading smoke. Martinez is waiting on the exact same thing, and it's Martinez who comes out on top. His position's known, but how can they clear it in the 3-on-3? Just is still there in the sight with him. Molotov goes in. They know they have to get this kill, and they do, but Martinez gets another before he goes down, and somehow he gets the critical second. It buys a 1v2. Gokushima, with it all to do, fakes the vent drop to get one, but David spams it through the smoke, and it will be the Movistar Riders in OT1 by the skin on their teeth to get it done and force us to the decisive map of Anubis.
Snatching it away at the last moment again, and I mean, for forZe, you just gotta wonder what's